So only you and I for now will be able to invite people to stage. I'll give it a couple of minutes. We've got people kicking in now.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. Welcome everyone. We are currently live on YouTube as well.
Cheers for that, and let's get some link outs of our addresses. We are just going to chill for another 30 seconds to a minute just to give people that little bit of time to get in. I think we do have to open up that channel as well. The live questions, is that open or locked?
It's open.
It's open for us. Can the crowd just confirm that channel is open? So you and I will be able to type in there, Meta. But Eggy, can you try and chat in live questions? Just say hello or something.
Doesn't seem like anyone can.
How about now? So it looks like there's a permissions tab to check.
Alright, I think I just clicked it. It was a text channel permissions. I allowed everyone to send a message in the text. Can someone try sending a text in the live questions, please?
Yeah, I've just got my 13th device open and it is all good to go. So let's kick it off. I'll get my list. Welcome back to week 2. We've got 17 in crowd at the moment. Lots of texts coming in, lots of messages. Thank you for coming, guys. It was super awesome last week. It was unlucky my microphone setups weren't working. I got really drunk. We did manage to go for another couple of hours after our stream. That's not going to be a weekly thing. It absolutely cannot be a weekly thing, just due to the fact that both Egg, myself, and even Metaverse works shifts. So, we were setting up early here. Eggy obviously can't talk, so he's jumped off for a second. But, like we were setting up early tonight. We had a little bit of chatter. We probably could have opened up the crowd. But, yeah, it's this to me getting live on stage. I did an introduction last week. It's amazing to be able to give people a little bit of alpha, to be able to give people a chance to talk, communicate with us. We've got the live questions channel open, so any meaningful questions that come through, even if you put your hand up and you're not getting noticed and you need to ask us, just do a / one of us. Both Metaverse and myself, I've linked our YouTubes in Discord. It means a lot to please follow us. There's a lot of reasons for that, and part of it is to be able to get the content out there that's going to be able to help you guys. I'm not going to monetize my YouTube. Metaverse doesn't have his monetized at this stage. I'm not sure if he is planning to. Maybe he'll touch on that. But it's about being able to get the information out to the crowds, getting all the things linking up and stuff, and the algorithms working. And like I'd love for my YouTube to come up on not just people that know me. It would be cool to have it where if people are looking for Solana gaming or particular games or what's new and stuff like that, and it came up with me, that would be pretty fucking amazing. The order is going to change a little bit this week. You can see we're in a different channel. Metaverse is streaming live on his YouTube, so you can get the link. That's going to be a little bit of a delay, but if you can't do video or something, that's going to be a second option. And we will be trying to link profusely the notes that we're going to be reviewing on stage at the same time. So it's just going to be hit and miss, but I'm not too drunk on the old rums this week, so hopefully we cruise through. We've got so much to talk about every week, and we can always talk about so much more. I'll give the stage to you, Metaverse, if you want to say that.
Yeah, hi guys, Metaverse Explorer here. You might have seen me from the Solana Alpha videos that go out every couple of days on YouTube. This is just really an ecosystem and community builder, so everyone can get to be familiar with the actual protocols that goes around. So yes, I am streaming on YouTube right now. You can subscribe if you want. I won't force you to do that. So yes, we've got a few changes this time. No video today because we found out our last audience was packed and people were actually waiting to get in. So we wanted to give opportunity for others to be able to participate or get in here. So if you do have questions, you can raise your hand here. You can post it in the live questions, or you can post on the YouTube channel where I will see your questions right away. Yeah, that's it for me, and I look forward to having a good talk.
All right.
And
how's everyone going this week? Yeah, how's everyone traveling this week? Thanks for joining us again. Let's get the show on the road,
So this week I'll introduce a little bit about the fact I'm at work. I work a 3-in-1 job in mining. Eggy works a job in mining, and he is on a bit of a different roster. But so what that means to me is sometimes I may have internet issues. I try to balance that as best I can. Time of night actually kind of helps me where I am because it's a little bit later, so it's not as peak time. But if there's anything people need re-asked, again, please just put your hand up and let us know. Prizes this week. I'm going to mention this at the start of the week, the start of the night. We will have 2 times 1,000 Grape prizes. So it's actual real money. And it's not just about being about the money. Is what I'm aiming to do is to try to get some value for Grape, getting people into the community, actually getting verified wallets, and to be able to get these prizes, you are going to all have to be verified. But it's more about having an access to get you guys into Class C membership. So if we can help with that each week, to me, that's awesome. But it's not just going to be for turning up. It's going to be for having some kind of interaction, whether that's offering game advice, whether that's putting your hand up, coming and saying hello, telling us about a game, a possibility of a game linking up with someone, anything that's cool, that's out there. We don't want to chew up an hour's time with 10, 15 minutes of just nonsensical stuff. Valuable content, that's what we're always looking for. So 2 lots of 1,000 Grape. We've got 5 DeFi codes, and then I've also got an NFT for Heroic Empire. I reviewed those guys this week. I'm impressed. And the reason being, for Heroic Empires, it's going to be like a Clash of Clans style game. It's going to be available on phone. They look like a very fun mixture of created old history with a little bit of fun. So it'll be an army and stuff. I don't think there's going to be anything from them this year, but they're only doing a small mint. They will have a free-to-play variation as well. But it's going to be a minted item where you still have to go and pay for it. So it's an early access to be able to get one of their NFTs. So things on the DeFi land codes as well as a reminder. It's a beta game, so if you need help afterwards, try and reach out. But do we want to go over some of the non-Solana stuff before we start Metaverse?
Yeah, sure. So there are a few non-Solana stuff, but before we get to that, I just wanted to really highlight one thing as well. The Grape prizes here, the 2 times 1,000 Grape. I just want to put it into perspective. That's nearly $200 for someone that might live in a Philippines or Malaysia or somewhere like the financial system might not be as structured as Western society. $200 is a lot of money. That could be months and months of work. And hey, if you're part of the Solana ecosystem, you can go ahead and provide liquidity using this and earn increased rewards. So I just wanted to say that is a lot of money, So yeah, it's a good thing that we're able to give this out to the community for everyone who supports Grape and supports the Solana ecosystem in general.
Yeah, let's give a good shout out to Grape for providing it. That's very generous of them again.
Yeah, very generous. $200, like $260 Australian. That's a lot. I want that. Jeez.
So, I guess you just one
Grape.
Metaverse.
I get 1 Grape. I'm happy with 1 Grape. All right. So first off, everyone on YouTube, you'll be able to see the screen that I'll be sharing here, and I'll post some links into the live questions for you guys to also follow along with me. So if you do go to my YouTube channel, there is one major metaverse that I also cover. That's not that well known, and I don't know why, because it's actually pretty huge. So this is called the game itself is called Cogs. And the recent announcements that they've just had is that they have actually started their staking window. So it's slightly complicated. I'll do my best to try and explain it. You have these cogs, you tube them up. It's like you have NFTs and you make a set of your NFTs. When you have your set of NFTs, you get to stake them to get rewards. And this is the recent Twitter post. I'm going to put it in the live questions for you guys to see. All right, there you go. So basically, they're giving out 5 million RFox, which is the parent company behind this NFT and this gaming project. They're giving out 5 million RFox, and each kind of NFT category has its own reward tier. Some of them are very, very, very rare. And right now, I'm going to link you one of the rarest NFTs that's currently selling for $8,000. So that's it there. Now these NFTs come in varying types, varying shapes, varying graphic designs, and some of them are foil. So the one that I've just linked you is the one of one. There is literally only one of this NFT in existence, and this person, and since it's a one of one, it's the first mint. This guy is selling it for $8,000. If you want, you can go ahead and try and find the other NFTs in this ecosystem, and I will link you again to another section where you can have a good look at some of them.
Actually, not a bad looking NFT. Most of them look like crayon drawings. That's a reasonably priced, really, considering some of the prices of the other NFTs that are going out there.
You'd be surprised. Wax have a lot of good artwork throughout some of their projects.
Yeah, I think Wax has actually been underappreciated when it comes to NFTs. They've been doing NFTs for quite a while. I mean, Solana's quite new with NFTs, but they've been going for a while actually.
Yeah, I'm still on their Discord, and it pumps. They're very early AM for Australian time for this time zone. So it's a bit disappointing, but even things like Alien Worlds lands are selling for $10,000. So you can. Have you looked at any of the staking? Anything in our planet with any of your cogs?
Yes,
cards?
of course. Yes, I've actually.
Or do you use all of them?
No, not all of them. I specifically follow cogs because I like the ecosystem they're building. But yes, you can stake some of your rare, ultra rares, and actually earn Aether in in Aether Planet, and you'll be able to use that to play the game of the following game. It's a derivative of this and that. You can use your thing here and go to the next protocol and earn some rewards. I have experimented with it, but I took everything out because I really valued my cogs too highly, and I decided to put them in tubes, and now I'm able to actually earn some RFox rewards, some Red Fox Labs rewards for that.
What kind of price are you looking to get entry into cogs? What's like the minimum buy-in?
That's the thing. They're like the minimum buy-in. You can buy a common cog, so they actually come in just like the normal cogs or pogs used to come in. They come in little packets, and you used to open one, and if you're lucky, you might have gotten a rare. I guess that's what we're playing now with all of these NFT games that happening around. If you're lucky, you get a rare or an ultra rare one. So the smallest kind of set you can make is probably maybe $10, $15, but each individual common cog has its own price, and like there's a giant trading community behind this. It's literally trading cards games. You can get maybe 10 cents, 15 cents for a single common cog.
So that's a reasonable price. Like that's what a game should cost to get into at an entry level, not thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's right. And like in the next iteration of this game, which is just finished closed beta, there is no cost to entry. No cost to entry. You can start playing to earn, and the money comes from different companies around the world that sponsor tournaments. So you'll be able to just download the app from the App Store, literally start playing in about 10 seconds, and you'll start earning because you'll be collecting these cogs, and you might turn them into a tube, and someone might want that tube. You sell it.
That's on MetaMask, is it?
The which one? The app?
Wax blockchain.
Wax, sorry.
No, Wax.
Yeah. So Wax is currently not on MetaMask. It's a different blockchain.
Yeah, it stands out. I only used to play that. That's horrible, that game.
Yeah. So that's it for the non-Solana gaming for me at the moment.
Interesting thing, I'm looking at the cogs Twitter. They've only got 26 following, and they've got under 9,000 followers. So it's a well-followed game, but are they a subsidiary? Are they a second game of another company? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that's right. They actually are so this is what I said, it's a bit complicated. The parent company is a venture builder. So a venture builder means they take existing business models and they go to areas where those businesses don't exist yet. So the venture builder Red Fox Labs, their first game is the cogs. They now have the Red Fox Finance, so like they have Red Fox DeFi. They have Red Fox NFTs, which they just did a partnership. They just did releases for Vietnamese Miss Universe, Miss World, and they release NFTs for them, and that's all over their Twitter. You'll be able to find it. And then they actually have a 3D metaverse that they're starting to release now. They've just sold all their lands, and like the highest was sold for, I don't know, like $69,000 or something like that. So they have different sections to the actual circle of Red Fox Labs, and the cogs game is in the Red Fox Games section. So yes, they are a subsidiary of a higher company.
Yeah, cool. I'll throw them a follow, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm always looking for other things to suggest to people, and I've used Wax as a couple of suggestions over and over. They've got things on their chain that we need to consider ourselves for Solana.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like, there's just so much happening in the entire ecosystem of crypto. I'm sure there's lots of NFTs and games on other chains that we just don't have enough time to follow,
Next, I listed that I was going to go over a quick highlight reel of Solana games, Solana gaming for the week. There is so much happening in the week. So I've personally transitioned into talking to a lot of developers for games and stuff like that. I'll just try and change channels. Apologies. So this week I managed to talk a lot with DeFi Land, Chainmyth, Dole Society, Solana Knights, Heroic Empire. I even had a good chat with Bitspawn and Zulana. So out of all of those things, a lot of them are protocols and games that I'm starting to talk to and explore for the simple case that I'm trying to get those videos out and content for the public. So I don't want to harp on some of the things that I think that I've covered in the videos, but I will remind people that the last video I thought I covered, there was 3 bangers in that. One of those was Solanites. They launched this weekend. They're going to do their Gen Zero.
I think I did see some gameplay that you might have shared as well.
Looks good, doesn't it?
That looks great. That Solana. I'm interested, but notice the prices have gone up a lot because of the weekend. They've doubled since 2 days ago.
I think what you might be looking at their Holoplex. So if you're looking at their Holoplex, what that is those are linked via the rarities of the cards. So if the card's a rarer card or an uncommon or whatever, it's going to be a higher bid start. So you might have seen there was one there for something like 5,000 Solana.
There's one there for 800 now, 800k.
Yeah, so that's going to be based on rarities. So I bought one after I did that video. Yeah, so I bought one for 1 Solana. It was actually one of the first female characters in a game I bought. I thought, fuck it, why not 1 Solana? I think what that gets you is potentially another common drop. I've got to confirm myself, but this is a game I think that I'll mint in. And talking to them on Discord, they are super exciting. Their crowd is engaging, and they're supporting the project. I say that with a lot of the games. I don't want to sound disingenuous when I say it as well. Like, there are so many games out there that are bleeding for the games, and a lot of it I think is the potential hope and hype that they're going to sell out and make squillions of dollars. So people need to be careful. Another one that just finished up this morning was Stellar Galactic Force. The reason I'm raising them up is I interviewed him on stream. Metaverse came on stage. They want to be a sci-fi media house. They did do a media show for the week for their, a competition. And some of the results of that stuff was pretty amazing. So for anyone that hasn't heard of them, it's not a plug for the game, so to speak, but it's a new potential for Solana. You're seeing a lot of games that are trying to have 2 or 3 games come in at once as a plan. But they're going to be potentially a place where you can go to earn by maybe writing a comic series or writing out some kind of science fiction for the game and the characters and stuff like that. A lot of the games in the ecosystem that are coming out at the moment are big on building the gameplay and developing it and making sure their back end is good, their front end is good. But they don't think about some of the core things like engaging the public. And it's things that I've seen myself talking to a lot of these developers, and it's an amazing opportunity for me. So SGF, they had dramas with Arweave. It looked a bit annoying for them. They had a bit of FUD, and then people were selling at under mint costs, which has been super important. We've seen under mint costs coming in a lot of projects.
Most recently, the remember is probably the Fab Punks. I think Wales also was covering this a little bit. I think it was a bit of FUD about the rarities, and people are just selling it at half the mint price, which is outrageous sometimes.
But this is where it does lead into it, though, and Wales did a great job of linking it out. So for anyone listening, Wales Tales episode 87, I believe that was on. He talks about it and shows that the earlier mints have got the most rarities, and that's problematic because the RPC nodes, RPC servers are fucked. You can't actually get mints. Are certain people getting advantages or not? And then I like to mention at the end, the last 1,000 that was set up for Osmosis, was it?
Yeah, that's right, Osmosis Pool. I did ask one of the guys in their Discord, and they said all the information isn't available yet, so people are drawing conclusions too early. So the jury's still out on this.
Yeah, so even like D Machines piped in there, like the mint count was going down, you couldn't mint. This comes to the Aurora mint. I had 4 of us on Discord. Egg was there on Discord. Sixon for people. We should probably change your name. Oh, no. 4 of us were on there, and you were clicking on it, and it was it was painful because we're all keen. We all want to play this game, but how are you meant to know that the RPC nodes are a minute behind? and I don't want to go too heavy into the Aurora one for that point, but yeah, it's interesting to see a lot of games launching, still having problems, teething problems. I believe a lot of the reason why people are selling for a super cheap price is you get people minting a whole heap. They might have borrowed money. Live questions is still a lot. Dean, if you hear that, could you double check that for us? We thought we opened it up, and I've tested. So people are borrowing Sol, doing a whole heap of mints, trying to get a rare or an epic, not getting it, then selling them just to make that money back to then reloan to take back out those loans. That's my level. So even for the SGF, like I mentioned, Stellar Galactic in Direct, their first 2000 launch was 0.42069. So super cheap, under half a Solana, but some people minted 10. I don't like it. I minted 2. I've kept 2. I potentially may eventually use one as a prize, but someone going for 10 is it's kind of feels unfair towards gaming and that. And this is where a lot of games I'm talking to on the side, I'm just asking these questions. Are you looking at possibly linking to one or two? Are you trying to do some kind of Soloto event? Have it so people. There was another game, Heroic Empire. So they're only going to do 1,500. Like, could you imagine if someone minted 10 on that?
Yeah, I'm gradually seeing the mint numbers coming down. I think people are trying to make it a bit more exclusive. We saw the traditional 10K, and then it went down to 5K, now 3,333. Now we're going to 1.5K. So it's really interesting to see the decline in the mint numbers.
The thing I find is first in, first served mints, they're shit. I reckon there should be, if you're interested, should be over a lottery. Like, you fill out a form, you get selected in a lottery system, because this whoever's got the quickest button or the quickest ping wins them all. And it cuts a lot of people out of the game. They're from poverty internet countries like Australia.
Yeah. And this was in a conversation I had with one of the developers today. He asked me for a elevator pitch, and we spent over 2 hours in Discord. You can't ask Barndog for a quick answer; it's just not going to happen. But they're concentrating on getting their game ready to go, and they want to get the game to a launchable stage, and then they come out and they do the NFT release, a week later. And I'm kind of like, well, no, you need to engage your community early, because the first 60 to 80% of the people that are going to join are going to be people that are looking for making a profit to do the 10 buys and to do the 10 buys, to get the flips, to do those things and make money. But other things to worth mentioning, Guildverse had a second sale. They were around 9 Solana average. They're on, I think, a Holoplex server. You can get, obviously, the links from Guildverse. So I like how they bid theirs out. The graphics are a little bit pixel arty, but the story, 5-player teams, looks good, is worth watching. DeFi land listing on Selenium, that was super important. And they're listing in 9 or so days. So that'll be a big one. I don't know, for most people listening now, it's not going to be easy to say, well, do I go and buy 1,000 Selenium? It's not exactly easy to potentially not get a ticket. I've done 6 IDOs now. I've only got B access, and I've gotten 0 tickets in 6. So my money hasn't come back. Dole Society, we're going to do a live AMA with Dole Society on Sunday, 1 a.m. UTC. So that's 9 p.m. Perth time.
We do have a question.
But very keen for that, and Star Atlas is a given. That's the game I'm dying to play. Can't wait for it.
Sorry, I swapped out. Metaverse, did you answer?
Not yet. So I think my first one would have to be Star Atlas, with a close second maybe Illuvium. I don't see any other games on the blockchain at the moment that are of this caliber. This amount of budget behind it, this amount of quality, dev work, and just kind of a community around these items.
I like the look of Illuvium. Geez, their coin price is high though, $500 plus at the moment.
It is, yeah. But if it takes over
the graphics are beautiful.
If it takes over the world, will it be a fair price?
Yeah, and that's the thing with those games. why do you see so many of the people joining Discords though going when coin? Because they're trying to get in early. The answer for me, I guess, would have to be Star Atlas, and I do want to see what Cryo War comes out like, just for the fact that I think it's going to be one of the first proper playable games. So they want to build out as AAA. They're launching as UE4, coming out to swap over to UE5, and because it's 3 years in production, I think that'll be, obviously everyone wants to play Star Atlas, but we're not going to get severe gameplay in that for years to come.
No, definitely not.
So that's things we've got to remember. But you didn't get playing Axie Affinity early.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, yeah, we have. Let's put a pin in those. Then there was
I think one
of the main
things
to mention.
Yeah, the main topic. Sorry, we were going to discuss about was the we were speaking about Aurora before. The FTX TSM did have an Aurora thing. Do we want to discuss that?
I was just put 1 second. I did want to mention a couple of things. I've mentioned the Dollhouse AMA Sunday. We've got poker tomorrow night for people that aren't aware. I'm fairly certain that's A and B members. And the Star Atlas Riders competition. We could tie that in at the Star Atlas section, but the Star Atlas Riders comp should be unveiled tomorrow. Yes, on the AMA. Is that right?
I think that sounds right. Yes.
So that's been a little bit delayed, but that was 160,000 Grape prizes total. So for those looking, that's something that Grape did, and I'm not here to tickle people's balls. I think that's fucking amazing, and I've taken a lot of stock from that to other potential games coming out and saying, well, look at this. You know, it's not just about having shilling things and who can do the most invite contests and get the most people to join up. This is stuff that's going to be used in the game for many years.
Yeah, this is the backstory of many guilds, or one guild in particular. And just to put that into context, that Grape is, I think, $30,000. I think, was it 160k Grape?
Yeah, I think it was based at the start of the tokenomics when. All right, next I think let's drop out our video. So I promised a video release tonight. So if Metaverse you want to upload that, we're going to be uploading a video. It's 60 megabytes. It plays for 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I'll talk a little bit about it for a minute while it uploads. I've got it live. I'll watch it on my stream as well, because I'm recording for OBS on the side. Like I mentioned at the start, my internet's going to be a bit